Hey, we are live. I need my computer going. Hi. I need to figure out how that. Work. There we go. Ah. Okay. Okay. Oh wait. Okay, so that's not. Okay, so we're just. Okay, so we're doing this Minecraft style. Gotcha. Full screen disabled. Maybe this is what I want. Let's do. Yeah, that should do. That should work. And then if I go here and do this. Oh, it doesn't like that. Okay. Do you like this one? No? Okay. In that case, we're going back up to 1280 by 720 full screen. Okay. All right. I think that's enough. Hello. Welcome to a game that is quite old at this point. Called West of Loathing. Yep. And it definitely takes itself very seriously. I can shoot tumbleweed. Yes, apparently. Oh, I can blow up the beat. Nice. Awesome. Okay. New game time. Reward. Oh. Okay. Oh. Anywhere, Virginia Cartwright, Maud Yates, Wyatt. I like Vera McCoy. What are these? That's. Okay. So that's female character. Bear themed random name. J. Rose. Oh, bird themed random. Cat themed. I like that. Okay. Let's go. Bomb hat. Alright. Let's. We're repeating to play is Bob Wayne. I haven't played this game before, but I've seen it. Okay. I had the strangest dream. I was losing a character. I'm gonna turn. Didn't see that. Okay, we do get into it. It's been a minute since I've seen this. I just remember it's. That's my whole reason. Cowpunchers solve their problems with their fists, whether it's shaking them at a disagreeable feller in a disreputable saloon, or using them to punch a slightly more disagreeable feller in a slightly less reputable saloon. I've heard that cowpunchers are in demand out west since the cows came home, which stands to reason cows aren't going to punch themselves. Beans. Magic and cooking are inextricably intertwined in loathing. The bean slinger is the mystical master. I need to turn my volume down more. I've heard there's a shortage of cooks out west since the cows came home. Most of the cooks are being brutally killed by the cows. Or snake. Snake boilers rely on their moxie and chutzpah. Named snake. Their fearlessness to extract potent oils from the snake. Their cleverness to manufacture and sell potions made from those oils. I've heard snake oilers are doing really well out west since the cows came home. Everybody needs potions and hope in these dark days. Also out west is where all the best snakes live. I think I want to be a snake. Yeah. Comb your hair one last. What? Hey, Russell, how you doing? Gonna miss you, buddy. Grab a cricket from your cricket bag and feed it to Russell, who's appreciatively a nuzzles your hand. Maybe it's time for you to leave too. You open your bedroom window, not pictured, and unlatch the door to Russell. Winks at you. Pause one last time. Flies away to the west. Why is my phone buzzing? Time to hit the train. Goodbye, phonograph. We're leaving that on. You read the spine of one of your books. Dick Jones and the incident at the Erie Hills. Preface like this one as much as I did. Woody Swift and the incident at Vampire Forest. Mom gave me this one a few years ago. Hero of the Forgotten Forest. I read that one 10 times. Red Smith and the Erie Jungle. Mom gave me this one a few years ago. Connie Danger and the Mystery of the Haunted House. Billy Drew and the Erie Jungle. Oh hey, this one might come handy. You got an item, walking stupid. Awesome. This book tells the tale of a renegade sheriff who's really, really bad at walking. Oh yeah. Read the book from cover to cover and learn how to walk really stupid. Stupid walking has been added to your option. You accidentally dropped the book and ruin it, stepping on it 30 times. Trying to pick it up. Whoops. I can't turn it off. Colorblind. Okay, what are my character options here? So we just turn back up. Okay. Allows the game to level up your skills for you, attempts to create a well-rounded character. Don't want that. Do it myself. No combat grid. Turns on ground level indicator. combat. Nerd mode. Displays a log describing what happens in combat, provides a few other pieces of metagame information. Sure. I'm a nerd. Best font mode. Changes the typeface of the game to Arial. Please don't do this. No. No, that's... Safe inventory remembers your inventory filtering certain options that result in everything you do. Let's turn on colorblind mode. By my bed, time to head west to face my real dreams. I love the... I can hear his feet tapping. Weird poster appeared here once. Okay, living room. What a mess. Nothing on the hat rack today. Hearth really puts the hearth and hearth at home. Mom's cooking. Mom's pie safe. Keeps all her pies safe. Little brother's room. Look through one of your brother's weird. Pick up one of your brother's weird books and look through it. Practicus Logico-Philosophicus. How many different languages do you need to learn about numbers? Oh! Let's see. Oh, that's a different one now. On the application to dynamics of a general mathematical method previously applied to optics. Solutio problematis ad geometrium sidis pertinentis. Oh, I got a puzzle out of that. Fiddle with it. Yay, hooray! Resolved it. You messed up again. Mighty. Hello. Leaving now, Mom. You know. Oh, before you go, I got you a present. Book you wanted for Crimbo. It was early, but desert survival, bartering. Let's learn desert survival. That seems. It's the one. Enjoy it. Desert eating and drinking. Please be careful out there. Write us a letter when you can. I will, Mom. Bye. Okay. Origin skill. It's everything you need to know to turn the harsh, unforgiving desert into your own personal buffet. Best part is that the buffet also has an open bar. Ooh. You read the book and learn all sorts of tricks for squeezing extra stuff out of cactuses and whatnot. Fortunately, while practicing your techniques, you accidentally squeeze the book into book juice, which turns out isn't a real thing. Your father morosely jabs the haystack. That hat doesn't fit you, Dad. Time for me to leave. Listen, I want you to have this. Your grandmother's briefcase full of snakes. It is a briefcase full of snakes. Venom level 3, medicine level 3. Oh, right, because I'm a snake oiler. That's right. Thanks, Dad. Good luck out there. Be sure to say goodbye to your mother. I did. Goodbye, Dad. Hey, needle. Awesome. Brother Rufus is standing here looking nervous. Pretty good at looking nervous. You hand him the puzzle and he starts fidgeting with it. Hey, Rufus. Time for me to head west. I still don't understand why you're leaving. Got a point, you know. Why are you heading west anyway? Help people, seek my fortune, get off the stupid. I'm heading west to help people. Yeah, you've read the papers, Rufus. People out west are in trouble. They need all the help they can get. So dangerous. 60% of the people who go west get killed within a year, and that statistic is from before the cows came home. I'll be fine. Worry about taking care of mom and dad. I'll worry about me. Okay, if you say so. Still think you'll be dead by Crimbo. I'll miss you, Rufus. Okay. Give him a playful punch on the arm. Go west, young man. Let me verify there's nothing to the east. No time to screw around in the woods. Time to head west. Tumbleweed mode. Welcome to West Loathing. By a guy with his name spelled very close. And also Victor Thompson. And a significant number of rocks. Film editor Kevin Simmons, dialect coach Riff Connor. It's just a... What am I sitting on? Turnips? Stunt coordinator. Turnip. Boom operator. When were they 200 miles? That is certainly a horse. Oof. Well, the bad news is that you fell off the cart and got knocked out for a couple of hours. Now you've got no ride, no meat, no prospect. Good news is that you're in a town rather than in a gulch somewhere. Not much of a town, though. A turnip! You got a rusty turnip. I want to harass this man. 300 miles is too far to go on foot. You need a horse. You know. Oh, I missed it. Sign on the door reads, "Gone drinking." Shame about the BS horse race. You walk into the saloon, the crazy-eyed guy sitting to the left of the door shrieks and waves at you to get your attention. Hey, where's your hat, dagnabbit? Well, you can't drink here without a hat. It ain't proper. He points to the take a hat, leave a hat box next to the door. You look through the hat box and find a battered derby. That looks like something you'd wear. Flappy derby. Floppy derby. Fancy big city derby that's seen better days. +1 moxie. Thanks, Pete. Thanks, Pete. Hey, feller. Yeah, you heading west? You want some company? I'd be more than happy to come along. Just let me know. Well, no pressure. All right, I'll keep it in mind. Your eyes doing? What do you have? Oh. No, I want a second hat. No. You might be able to see my house. I'm looking at that spittoon. Howdy, I'm Bobcat. Howdy, Bobcat. I'm Horace. Nice to meet you. What do you do? I'm the town hostler. I don't know what that is. I'm the town horse selling guy. Gotcha. How's that working out for you? Oh, those horses are just flying out the door. The business is booming. No, the horses keep running away. I haven't sold one in ages. Oh, is that why you're here drinking instead? Yep. Me being in here drinking is, instead of watching the horses, is probably how they keep escaping. One of those vicious circle things. Well, I'm in need of a horse. You have any left? One. Kind of a boring one. Got 4 legs and a back to sit on. Come see me at the stable. I'll be happy to show it to you. Okay. He glares at you. Probably just let it through. Walk up to the bar and wait patiently. They're waiting. You see a sign taped to the back wall reading, "Reward for lost mugs. 25 meat each." Howdy, cowboy. Howdy, Bardkeep. Name's Bobcat. What brings you to our little backwater? The usual. Came out west. Unfortunately, not having much luck so far, though. Any work around these parts? Unfortunately, Boring Springs already has more people in it than jobs. More of an errand town, if you catch my meaning. If you're looking for a real job, I'd recommend taking the railroad people up by Dirtwater. Talking to the railroad people up by Dirtwater. Railroad? The Manifest Destiny Railroad Company. From back east. They're trying to run a line to Frisco and having a heck of a time doing so. And they're hiring? Oh, I reckon they're always hiring for one thing or another. Big company, that. Dirtwater? Dirtwater is interesting. Far enough west that it's still more or less exempt from the rule of law, but not so far west that it's been burned to the ground by the damn cows. Oh, that's an opportunity there. Pause and thought. Yep, if I were a younger woman and I didn't sound like this, I'd probably head that way myself. Yeah, this forsaken burg is always falling apart in one way or another. The hostler's always needing help since he hurt his leg, and that no-account sheriff could certainly stand to have somebody doing his job for him. Anything else? Well, I've got a goblin loose in the basement. Some cowpoke in from the gulch didn't wipe his boots off and got spores everywhere. I can probably handle a goblin. Much obliged. I'll unlock the basement door for you. Oh, and you'll need this. Take care of it. Not after I look at this spittoon. It's a spittoon. People spit into it. You know, without even looking in it, that it's absolutely disgusting. I want to look at it. Yeah, it's full of spit. Regular spit, gross tobacco spit, chewing gum. It looks like a few teeth as well. It's disgusting. And the smell. Even from a distance, it smells horrible. Look closer. You are now on your hands and knees, peering into a filth-encrusted spittoon. I don't understand what is wrong with you. Wait, there's something shiny at the bottom. I want it. You reach your hand toward the spittoon. Even before you touch it, you can feel the grossness in the air. A greasy fog enveloping the stinking brass horn. It smells like the vomit trough at a mesquite barbecue eating contest. You hesitate. Never surrender. You plunge your hand into the awful soup. It makes a sound like cold. Your skin is burning. Your eyes start to water. Your fingers make contact with something. Pull your hand out of the devil's tureen slowly, not daring to risk splashing the contents all over yourself. You appear to have gotten some kind of ring, probably some kind of disease as well. Congratulations, got a nasty ring. Though getting this ring was traumatic, you have to admit that it was worth it. +1 muscle, +1 mysticality, +1 moxie. Right. We're playing poker, or at least trying to. They keep looking back and forth from their hands to the how to play poker card that came with their deck, biting their lips and concentrating real hard. Good luck, you two. Look at me go. Probably alone. Okay. Pile of old newspapers. That night of Boring Springs Gazette, April 20th, 1895. Copy of the Boring Springs newspaper from about 6 weeks ago. Oh, okay. Whiskey. A crate of Nurse brand whiskey. Good for what ails you. We never established your age. Good thing the legal drinking age here is can reach the top of the bar. Got an item. Nurse brand whiskey. This whiskey is too cheap for you to even consider drinking it. All right. Given your legendarily low standards, that's really saying something. Okay. Okay. Muscle determines how much damage your melee attacks do. Makes sense. And how much damage you take when you get hit by melee attacks. For example, if an attack against a bandit would normally do 3 damage, but your muscle is 1 lower than the bandit's, the attack will do 2 damage instead. An attack against a bandit would normally do 3 damage, but your muscle is 1 lower than the bandit's, the attack will do 2 damage instead. Okay. So that's saying my muscle is lower and I'm hitting. Okay. Mysticality determines how much damage your magical attacks do and how much damage you take when enemies use magical attacks against you. For example, if a spell you're casting against a skeleton would normally do 3 damage, but your mysticality is 2 higher than the skeleton's, the spell will do 5 damage instead. Okay. Moxie determines how much damage your pistol attacks do and how much damage you take when you get shot by enemies. For example, a ranged attack against a goblin would normally do 3 damage, but your Moxie is 1 higher than the goblin's, the attack will do 4 damage instead. Okay. Hit points. Being knocked unconscious means you lose whatever fight you're in, as far as you know. Fair. Action points. Speed. Who goes first? Speed is higher than that of your primary enemy. Your team will go first, otherwise theirs will. If both sides have equal speeds or coin flips, you goes first. The West may be brutal, but it is fair. Stomach. Can't take naps. You can only go to sleep for the entire night. Fair enough. Liver capacity determines how many alcoholic drinks you can handle before you have to sleep it off. And spleen capacity determines how many potions you can use in a day. Alright. Oops. Oberlin shouts, Briar! I think that goblin is friend shaped. And I would like to know how I can. Hello. Step right up. Braid's the name and trades the game. Seriously, I believe it. Howdy, Braid. What are you trading? Well, sir, today I am trading locks for a soap and a stick of dynamite for a needle. And to the cunning Skinner who brings me 3 rattlesnake hides, well, to that adventurous soul, I will trade a fine silver pocket watch. No trades right now, thanks. Oh. You approach the weird Cactus Man hybrid. Howdy, Cactus Man. Howdy yourself. The name's Bill. Cactus Bill. After you, Bill. Well, to be honest, partner, I drank too much cactus beer and it turned me into a cactus. Doc Alice warned me this would happen, but I didn't listen. That's why they call you Cactus Bill. No, that's just a coincidence. Hurt? What hurt? No, it's actually kind of nice. The natural fermentation process inside the cactus part of me keeps me pretty drunk most of the time. It's might boring. But it wouldn't be so bad if I had something to read. You don't happen to have a newspaper or anything, do you? Yes, I do. Much obliged, partner. Let's see here. What can I do to return the favor? Oh, I know. My shovel. Left it behind the outhouse at Ore Hill Mine. Yours if you go and get it. You'll find a use for it. Behind the outhouse at Ore Hill Mine. Got it. Thanks, Bill. Don't mention it. Now, if you could just kind of stick that newspaper to my face before you leave. Awesome. Topeka. Nope. You're not allowed in Topeka anymore, remember? Oh. That's a shoveling spot right there. Yep. Sure. Howdy, stranger. Welcome to Boring Springs. I'm the sheriff in these parts. What? Sheriff, okay? Blasted sign painters. Hey, you wouldn't happen to be looking for work, would you? In fact, I am. Great, because I happen to have some. There's a gang of hoodlums around here what call themselves the Fricker Gang. Last time I arrested one of them, they busted him out and took my cell door with them. And it ain't, well, it ain't much good without the door. And I need somebody tough, smart, and or slick to go fetch it back for me. Why don't you do it? You're the sheriff after all. I gotta stay here and practice my chair tip. Shot. Funny you should say that, because I'm sending the deputy along with you to keep you out of trouble. Deputy? Deputize each other. You're new in town. Maybe I ain't noticed. There ain't much to do here except drink. Hey, let me write down where the Fricker Gang's hideout is for you. No. Got it. I'll be back. Oh, that's an empty mug. 1,000 meat. afternoon, sir. What can I do for you? Oh, you know, every day I'm hustling. Tell you the truth, though, it's pretty terrible. All of my horses keep running away. But this completely ordinary. Okay, help? Oh God, yes, thank you. Please, I'd go fetch them myself, except for this injury. I'll give you 300 meat each for finding them. How many? 3. Here, let me see your map. Pretty much always run away to the same places. Borehole Mine. I need to go there anyway. Boring Springs Boneyard and Thousand Snakes Gulch. I think they like the environments. That are thematically appropriate. Here, when you find one, feed it some of these oats. That should send it back here. Homing oats. That works. Special pigeon infused oats. Okay, will do. See you later. Hey, needle. Alright. I love stupid walking. Howdy. Found this mug. Thanks. Is the lady drinking whiskey out of a beer? Is that what she's drinking? Susie. The rancher from nearby. Real tough broad. I recommend you pester her. Why is that? Lost her whole family to a cow attack recently. Got some pent-up frustrations about it. What do you say, Pete? Okay. Oh, heck, I say all kinds of things. For instance, consarn it, there's a rat in my chaps. Uh-huh. See you later, Pete. Can I play? Have some meat. 20 meat on the table and sit down before they can say no. One of them shuffles the cards sloppily around. A pair of tens plus a 2, a 3, and a king. Pair of tens plus a 2, a 3, and a king. That. Bet 10 meat. Okay, read them in wheat. Alright, your pair of tens plus 2, 3 king. The guy on the left is a blouse. And the guy on the right somehow got a straight flush. Awesome. I'm gonna horn swap. Explain the jacks are worth 9 points each, giving the guy on the left a total of 21 points, and the guy on the right's 20. And you're 25 plus the king. King represents, oh hey, look over there. You look, and when you look back, they don't notice the 10 meat missing from each of their piles. Collect your winnings and stand up. They help. Thank you for helping you learn the game. Oh, I can't hornswoggle them again. Man. No. Your own damn guide to Boring Springs and its environment. Copyright 1890. Okay. Let's go to Boring Springs Boneyard first. Zephaniah Boring. 1906 1885. Who's actually really pretty mug here? Benjamin Crockett. Got up way too early. 1320. Beauregard Skelton. Captain 30 Cavalry 1820 1866. Graves. A skeleton. You're not getting past it without a scuffle. Scuffle it is. Jump on him. Okay. Got pistol, melee, snake whip, deploy snake, surrender, and okay. Let's shoot it. Nice. Ouch. Let's shoot it again. Alright. I gained 3 XP. Cool. Let's go hammer. many do I have? 9. Oh. Okay. Grit. The extent to which you are truly gritty. The higher it is, the tougher you'll be. Oh. That'll up my health and stomach capacity. Pain tolerance. Losing fights makes you angry, and your pain tolerance determines how angry you can get before you pass out. Gumption. Level of get up and get her done. The higher it is, the quicker you are. Plus 1 speed. Oh. And glamour. Glamour is your appreciation for finer things in life as it increases. The more cocktails, you'll be able to afford them. Plus 5% item finding. Ooh. Deadeye. Hornswogglin. Origin. Forage basic goods. That's Ghost Horse. Approach the weird, semi-transparent horse cautiously so as to not startle her, though you quickly come to realize it's not a horse that startles. Hello there, I'm your friend. Hi, I'm a friend, okay? That's a little strange. How did you do that without opening your mouth? Pat the horse on the nose, which is very cold. If you're going to ride her, you want an extra saddle blanket to keep your butt from freezing. Do it again. Yep, still cold. Burr. Okay, feed her the yolks. Here you go. Have some oats. Hold out a handful of oats for the horse, but she just sort of stares right through you. Please don't look at me like that. Snort. Yep, still cold. Yep. What's the matter? Are they not spooky enough? I'm not sure how to make oats spooky. I guess I could put some bone meal on them, but I don't have anything handy to grind up. Well, grave dirt? Yes, weird. Okay. Hey, says the horse. That glides away in the direction is up. Who was that skeleton? What? I want to know who he was. Timothy Cochran, devoted husband. Elizabeth Cochran, beloved daughter. Silas Cochran, baby. That's unfortunate. Oh wait, what was? Let's not roll for force. Found this mug. Did I say howdy? Are you Susie Cochran? How'd you know my last name? Oh, I didn't know that already. Okay, I had a suspicion. Saw the graves. What happened? The whole damn thing. Couldn't do nothing about it. Cows, right? I don't know what those things are, but they ain't cows anymore. There's raids. Mom and Pa used to ranch cattle back before they came home. Pa didn't make it, but Ma and I managed to rebuild. We ranched pigs instead. She left me the place when she passed. Well, I guess a passing herd sniffed out that it used to be a cow ranch and they attacked. A couple days ago. Happened so fast I didn't even have time to get my rifle out of the gun safe. Cows smashed in the front door and fire started out back of the root cellar. House went up in blazes just like that. What did you do? I wasn't anything I could do. Couldn't get upstairs to the kids because of the fire. Saw Tim trampled right in front of me. I didn't want to talk about it anymore. What will you do now? Head west, I suppose. Nothing keeping me here and no desire to stay. Can't leave without my rifle, though. I know. It's Ma's rifle. all I've got left of anybody. Left it at the ranch like a damn fool. Listen, can I ask you a favor? I need someone to go get it for me. Yeah, I'll go get it. Alright, the Cochrane Range. Okay, sure. Okay. Let's visit the ranch. Cochrane Ranch, established 1891. The water in this trough has boiled away. Yeah, that is rough. That's the only thing still standing. Go through it anyway. So, somebody was in the middle of fixing a knife. Varmint skin and knife. Is the knife optimized for separating varmints from their hides? Allows you to collect skins from beasts after combat. Nice. His eyes were not safe. When angry, you're not going to make it that safe without dealing with it. Let's deal with it then. Jump on him. 6, 7, 4 to 5. 5 plus poison. Ally. Let's whip it with a snake. Amazing. I seem to be on fire. Bobcat Wayne takes 4 damage. 3 damage from being on fire. Okay. Okay. Pistol attack. Ouch. Fire goes up. I suppose is what this means. Okay, a pyrobove is defeated. Awesome. Get that nasty skull cow. Hooray! Cochrane family's gun. Susie's rifle. It's an old rifle, but has obviously been well cared for. There are 6 little notches carved in the stock. Now we slide out of here. Now we swim on out of here. Let's head to the town of Boring Springs. Susie, find my raffle yet, stranger? Yep, here she is. Thanks, stranger. I didn't catch your name. I'm Bobcat. Thanks, Bobcat. Can't rightly say what this means to me. He looks at the rifle for a long moment and looks back up at me. Well, that's enough wallowing in misery. Time for me to hit the road. If you want me to tag along when you head west, you just say the word. Sounds good, Susie. Alright. I want to go to 1,000 Snakes Gulch. That's sure a snake. Yikes. That got it. Snakes look sleepy, but not that. I'm going to have to fight my way through these. Okay. Shoot it. With my pistol. And I'm going to shoot it again. 1 venom, 1 medicine. Right. Whip out your trusty varmint skin and knife and go to town. Got rattlesnake skin. Now that rattlesnake skin, I'm looking for it. Put on your hat to add +3 muscle. Yay. It's not called one snake gold, that's for sure. Ah, it's been had. Ouch. Shoot. Shoot it again. Get the trick. 2 venom and 2 medicine. Hooray. Snake looks really angry. You're gonna need every trick in the book to beat this one. Good at tricks. Fight, fight, fight! Whip it. Shoot it. Ah. Wrong. That's fine. Melee. Yeah. Victory. The whole cowboy thing doesn't work out. You could always get a job as a snake exterminator. Yep. Of course, has gone snake crazy. He was some other kind of crazy before. Hey there, boy. Hey, fella. I'm a friend, okay? Sounds. It's cool, alright? Be cool. Don't freak out on me. Look him in the eyes. Calmly look the horse in the eyes. One of them is fixed in a glassy, 1,000-yard stare, and the other is revolving madly in its socket like he's thinking of trying to sleep in every direction simultaneously. He looks to be calming down a little now that it's clear you aren't actually made of spiders, though. Pat his nose. Carefully and gently pat the horse's nose. Twitches a bit. A lot. Seems to recognize that you aren't going to keep his eyes or suck out his soul or whatever madness is bouncing around in that skull of his. That's a good boy. Give him the other. Hungry boy? Got a little treat for you. Feed the crazy horse some of the homing oats and it gallops away with a whinny. Or rather, a whinnyargle. Hopefully he's heading home and not into the 12th dimension. Cool. Yeah, pointy. I have to walk all the way back over there. Hit M or click the map icon to level. Yeah. Well, off to Orhole. Here's the... Wasn't kidding. This would have been a funny thing to get about it. Still some meat ore in the... Meat ore. Already gained 50 meat. That is dirty muck. Okay. You find a disgusting chunk of meat ore. Can't get past the rubble. It's dangerous. At least there's no plunger hooked up to it. Elevator is closed. People elevator cargo. This mechanism is called cargo elevator control. Poster on the map. The wall behind reads level 1 blasting cap, storage, level 2 plungers, both times. Pretty cool. Level 3, please. I'd like toolbox. Pick the needle. Unlock the toolbox. The needle's ruined in the process. Try to rust away to nothing, but there's a crowbar. Let's get some blasting caps. His crates are all labeled blasting caps. That period is part of the label, that's why it's inside the book. Awesome. Grab one. Got an item, blasting. Can I get more? And finally, let's grab some plungers. Plungers. Sign line though. Okay. Pick up the plunger. Fighting it instincts for self-preservation. Hooked up a plunger and sprung at a fair distance. Make me nervous. There we go. Press it. Press the plunger, nothing happens. Got to pick up the blast. I had a blast. This looks dangerous. Press the plunger. Huzzah. More hole up. Meat. Awesome. Hey, silver nugget. Awesome. See the dark horse. There. Hey there, girl. It's okay, I'm a friend. Horse shies away from you, though in this case it's more like introverted away from you. Aw, come on, don't be like that. Look, I brought some oats for you. They aren't poison or anything. In retrospect, I guess that wasn't very comfortable to say. Or further, step further back into the shadow. If I had shadows, I would duck go. Yum yum. Take a handful boats. Sidles away from you warily and makes a surprisingly good attempt at hiding in her own shadow. Oh, please. Look, they're fine, okay? Take a handful of the oats from the bag and toss them in your bag. Ugh. Like the roughest, blandest breakfast cereal you've ever eaten. Still, better than dry cat food. Don't ask. Smile to show the horse that you're fine, and realize that you've unconsciously turned around and walked out the door. Jesus, out. The horse looks at you warily as you re-enter with a cheerful wave. Perfectly fine. Adderall. The horse hunches her shoulders and seems to shrink slightly as you pat her nose, but she doesn't actually flee. Good girl. You to the oats. The horse finally seems relaxed enough around you, so you offer her a handful of the oats. Wearingly, grudgingly, he eats them. Then she gestures at something behind you. Turn around to look, don't see anything. Turn back, he's gone. Okay then. Let's hand walk out of here. And I guess we deal with the goblin, because I don't know how to do anything else. Fight the goblin. Alright. Whip it. Ouch. He's so dapper. Shoot him. Hit him with the fungicide. Okay. Having dispatched the goblin, you pat yourself on the back for a job well done. Head back upstairs. Howdy. Took care of that goblin. Thank you kindly. He was a stand-up fella the moment you walked in here. Here you go. It's the least I can do by way of thanks. You had compartment. Found this mug. Much obliged. Thought I'd say howdy. Thanks again for renting my rifle. Okay. I'm gonna need a horse. Don't know how you managed to spot her hiding in that mine, but thanks for sending back my dark horse. Looks like my pale horse made it back safe. Thanks for your help. Provided my crazy horse. He was eating loco weed again, wasn't he? Notice. All of them. Can't thank you enough. Here's a little extra for you. Thanks. Noon. Said something earlier about an injury? Yeah, I busted my knee while mucking out the showroom. Don't ask how, it's embarrassing. I'm gonna get Doc Alice to have a look at it, but she gave up Doc. Yeah. Nobody knows. She just shut herself up in her office. Said she wouldn't talk to anyone except Nurse Whiskey. Is that an actual nurse, or? I'm sure she was being sarcastic. Sell me a horse. Sure thing. I should warn you, though, horses get mighty attached to the riders. Once you bought one, you won't be able to change your mind later. When are you interested? Most typical horse you've ever seen. This horse seems uncomfortable when you look directly at her. You behold a pale horse, absurdly fine. And this horse has the look of someone who has seen the madness that dances on the other side of the day. I want ghost horse. Sell me a horse. I'll go with the spooky pale one. Oh. Good choice. That's a good horse if you like that sort of thing. I'll sell her for 1,000. What sort of thing? No, spooky stuff. Spooky stuff. I don't want to get into particular. Let's just say she sets a certain tone. Okay. Basic model. I am certainly willing to sell you my least interesting horse. It costs 1,000 neat. What can you tell me about him? He's a horse with 4 legs, and each leg has a weird horse knee that is double-hinged like a... Oh, what else? He has all his own teeth and both original eyeballs. Comes with hooves and tail for no extra charge. Anything else? No. Horse is utterly ordinary in every respect. Okay. Sell me a horse. Shifty looking dark. She's a sneaky one. I'll sell you to her for 1,000. You say sneaky. Well, she's real quiet and she likes dark places. I remember. Just look how she's trying to hide behind the other horse there. Look at the other options. Crazy eyes. Okay. Gotta warn you though, the horse has seen some stuff. But I'll sell him for 1,000 meat. Is there something wrong with him? No, not as such. He's perfectly functional. But, well, he's always sneaking off to Thousand Snake Skulls for chewing the loco weed that goes there. And that makes him see crazy things. More like he does it to forget about the crazy things he sees all the time anyway. Color me intrigued, I'll take him. Thanks, here's the keys, right safe. Horse senseless, buy a crazy horse. Achievement unlocked. Give him a name. Gerald. That's his name. Yes. Alright, Gerald the horse. Oh, I almost forgot. Free with every horse purchase is a complimentary map. At a southeast west. This is ostensibly a map. It's mostly blank. Looks like you'll have to fill the bulk of it out yourself. Thanks. New horse. Hey. Okay. I am... Well, I guess I'm not heading west just yet. Huh. Okay. Bud Fricker, the Fricker Gang's intrepid lookout, appears to be taking a little nap. Wake him up. Poke Thud with your boot. Hey, you're not supposed to be here. Thud is... Well, let's say he's no Rhodes scholar. We assume that it's 7 years from now, and that idiom makes sense. I feel bad about the idea of killing him. Walk away, Thud. Thud, you don't want this life. Take a hike. Okay, you're probably right. Thud stumbles off into the... He'll probably be fine. Honorable perk. Apparently I'm honorable. Cool. There are a lot of snakes in this briefcase. When you were a child, you wanted to walk so bad, but you finally have. Honorable. You've got a strong moral compass and an accurate ethical protractor. Honorable options will be available in some situations. Okay. The beer barrel cactus. You squeeze a mug's worth out of the flowers. Pile of random stuff the Fricker Gang stole. Finders keepers. 25 meat, a mug, and a pair of silver cups. Silver cufflink. If you wore fancier shirts, you might have some use. Bummer. Into the cave we go, I suppose. One of the Fricker boys is posing in a pass the soap. Mumbles and hands you a bar of soap before sinking deeper into both sleep and the tub. Dr. Speckleton's Pure Castile soap. Where this comes from, they call it soap. Cool. Cautiously approach the Fricker Gang. Pretty engrossed in their poker game, so it doesn't actually require that much caution. You hide behind a barrel and eavesdrop on their conversation for a while. The one with the eye patch is quiet, but you gather that his name is Snipe, and the squirrely one is his brother Whit. What's your plate? Leave without alerting. Now. Howdy, boys. Feel me in? Who are you? How'd you get past Thud and Soapy? What do you want? I'm here for the sheriff's door. I'll show you the door. Door to hell. Okay, fight it is. Jump on him. With beards. I'm just gonna shoot the sniper, I think. Wimpy fires his gun in a random direction, hitting nothing. Awesome. I'm gonna whip him with a snake. What a strange thing. Shoot barrel. Wimpy gets lucky and one of his wild shots. Okay, I'd like to shoot him. Trying to shoot this target will hit a sturdy barrel instead. Okay, then I'll stab it. This is an avoidable issue. Okay, and I'll stab him again. There you go. Victory. The leaders of the Fricker Gang are dead by your hand. The sheriff will be proud of you, though you're not sure how your mother would feel. Grab the mug. 50 meat in the Sheriff store. I'm gonna stupid walk my way out of here. And I'll tie him. Grab a nearby length of rope and carefully tie his hands together and then pull the handles of the gun. The sheriff can come collect it later. Sleeping bandits lie in. Alright. We're doing some good around here. Hey, Sheriff. The Fricker game has put a stop to your breathing. Did you rescue my cell door? Nice work, stranger. I see your prison cell just got about 4 times more secure. Are there any Fricker boys left for me to round up? Yeah, 1 or 2 that's asleep on the job. I'll go round them up shortly. Looks like I owe you a reward. 400 meat. Got another little task for you if you got the time. Could be a lot simpler than the last one. Neat. Well, the Frickers busted the lock when they took the door. You need a new lock. Step right up, step right up. Braves the name and trades the game. Howdy. I'll trade this soap for a lock. Braid. You really don't think his name's actually Braid. Takes your soap and hands you a lock. I have got 3 rattler skins. My, oh my, how brave you must be. Grabs the skins, gives you a shiny pocket watch. Fine silver. With fine and dandy. I'll take some dynamite with this. Be careful with this now. Offer whiskey. Whiskey delivery for you, Doc. Nurse whiskey. Favorite, I'm led to believe. You know she makes house calls. Alright, hold on. That is a significant amount of explosive. Wow. Could this be further from the fireplace? Doc Alice looks to be about in her 50s. Her hair is gray and her face is lined, but her eyes are still clear and sharp if bloodshot. On her hand, whiskey, stab. The hell did I let you in here for? Well, the stove is spotless. Either she's really compulsive about cleaning or she never cooked. Hey, Doc. Okay. Here. Have your whiskey. He cracks open the whiskey and fills a small flask she takes out of her pocket. Then she puts the flask back in her pocket and starts chugging out the bottle. Please, Doc. It doesn't seem healthy. Who's the doctor here? Me or you? Point taken. Doc, can I look at your books? Sure, if you want to. Not that they're going to do you much good in this doomed, forsaken hellhole. Try being less cheerful, Doc. Alright. All medical textbooks. Ah, this is how I got the goblin buddy. Goblinoid tongues. Let's look at the life and works of Fred Ferguson. Oh, I get to read all. This book purports to be a Civil War surgeon's autobiography. But flipping through it, you mostly just find lists of reasons that drinking alcohol is bad. So, it's actually a work of ludicrous speculative fiction. At least there are some useful appendices in the back and some diagrams of appendices. The book tells the story of a legendary treasure, a massive chest full of premium meat, secreted in the hidden sense, not in the excluded. I see. Secreted, not secreted. In the western desert by an old cowhand named Curly Butterfly. Goblin oil. You start flipping through the goblin language book. It's confusing at first, but you eventually get so engrossed that by the time you take a short break from reading, several blurfs have passed, and you also know that a blurf is the goblin word for hour. Or to speak goblin, sort of. Looks like a treat. Vanity doesn't looks like it sees much use. Green a little. Grab a pair of tweezers and pluck some of your more unsightly eyebrows. Yay. Doc Alice continues to pour whiskey down her neck, occasionally stopping to breathe. Is everything all right? That depends on how fast I can get this whiskey into my bloodstream compared to how fast my liver filters it out. Can't talk and drink at the same time, so... what's the matter, Doc? What's the matter? Oh, the world's gone to hell in a horse cart, and you ask what's the matter? Bandits, cow demons, dead men walking? Why don't you go ahead and pick one, and I'll drink to that. Dead men walking? You haven't seen it? Corpses and skeletons staggering around like puppets with half their strings cut, looking to take a bite out of the liver. Oh yeah, there was a skeleton in the cemetery. Nice to get some confirmation. It's nice to get some outside conversation. I'm not losing my damn mind. How is that even possible? It isn't possible. It goes against everything I know about medicine. Dead patients don't get back up. Ouch. Every doctor loses one now and again. Never get used to it, but, well, it happens. But what doesn't happen is then coming back afterwards and looking for revenge. Must be pretty rough. Rough? Buddy, I don't think you comprehend the situation. It's not just patients, it's neighbors, friends, husbands. Indeed. What now? Have any idea what's causing the resurrections? Rumor. When you get incomplete... Rumor? What is it? When you get incomplete information from an unverified source. Anyway, what I heard is that there's a fella out west, that's causing a necromancer, they call him. Supposedly, he's sending magic out into the world somehow. Magic like the bean slingers use. Never heard of any bean slinger raising dead, have you? That'd be one hell of a can of beans. Oh, what's the deal with all the TNT? So when I feel like I'm about to go, I can blow myself into bits so small there won't be nothing left to come back. Let's see. Stick? Hell. No way am I taking the risk of becoming one of those things. Fair enough. About that necromancer. Assuming he exists. What about him? Well, maybe someone ought to try and stop him. You? Because I know you ain't talking about me. Yeah, why not? Why not you? A gray-haired old woman that knows as much about fighting as a squirrel knows surgery. You hit your head on a bar stool, kid? Not that old. If I was gonna pick someone to go up against a necromancer, it'd be someone who also knows about death in a scientific way. Doctor, right? Sounds to me like you've got plenty of motivation to get the job done for your friends and everyone. She continues to look at you. You can see the gears turning in her head. Beats doing nothing anyway. Beats locking yourself in a house full of TNT and drinking yourself to death. Or even doing any doctoring anymore. Seriously expect me to ride out west by myself chasing a rumor? Doesn't have to be by yourself. I'm headed west too. Tag along with me and maybe we can find the guy and put a stop to him. It's crazy. Possible. Possible like raising the dead is impossible? Alice crosses her arms and regards you thoughtfully. A spark slowly brightens in her eyes. All right, kid. What the hell? Let's give it a shot. Cool. Let me know when you're ready to leave. I'll wait here. All right. Town of boring. I regret killing that goblin. Once you leave Boring Springs, you won't be able to come back. The unfinished business you've got will forever remain unfinished. Oh, second thought, I think I've got some empty glasses I need to return. Howdy, found these mugs. Much obliged. Thanks. Okay. Ride Gerald out of town. Alrighty then. You're properly horsed and ready to start your new life in the West. All you need now is a partner, somebody to share the trail with, somebody you can rely on for emotional and combat support. Who will you take with you? Take Crazy Pete, Doc Alice, Susie Cochran, or go to I kind of want to take Doc Alice. Knock on Alice's door and tell her it's time to go. I thought I would get a second verification. Okay. You consult the southeast-west map the Hostler gave you. It only lists two things: Town of Dirtwater and the Manifest Destiny Railroad Company's westernmost. Useful. Okay, Dirtwater and Manifest Destiny Railroad. Let's head for Dirtwater. Day 1. First day for the rest of their life. Consarn this first lugner. Partner. What do you say, Alice? Going to look into this necromancer business, I figure we ought to start with the local cemeteries. Makes sense. You know where they are? Yeah, I did some research into the territory cemeteries a while back. Territory cemetery. That is a tongue twister. See if there was haddock. You okay? Sorry. Anyway, there's one not too far from here. The Daveyard. Am I forgetting anything? Says you should see the bartender about renting that room in Dirtwater. It's based off of. A reminder. Jewel Saloon. That is a snazzy hat. Well, howdy there. Always nice to see a new face in town. Welcome to the Jewel Saloon. Hi, thanks. I'm Bobcat. Glad to know you, Bobcat. Folks around here just call me Lloyd. What can I do for you? Nice to meet you, Lloyd. Let's sign up front advertising a room. That's right. Finest room in the house and plenty of room for your partner, too. You interested? Well, that's where you're in luck. Previous tenant was a banker fella and he paid a month in advance right before getting himself killed by bandits. You seem like a decent sort, so the room's yours if you want it. Gratis. This is a spittoon, which is the sort of brass bucket that people spit into instead of spitting onto the floor. Because not spitting at all is not an option in this society, I guess. I say this despite knowing that you're intimately familiar with spittoons already. Sicko. Inspect it. Look, the Jewel Saloon, pretty nice as saloons go. Actual glass in the windows, more than 2 kinds of drinks, a poker room instead of a cockfighting pit. This spittoon is still a spittoon. The rancid tobacco spit inside it isn't fancy rancid tobacco spit. Inspect it. Here we go again. All right, fine. You are now hunkered down next to a brass filth bucket, which has probably never been cleaned or emptied, because you're near the desert and the ambient humidity around here is pretty low. Low enough that spit evaporates nearly as quickly as it accumulates. That's good, right? No, that's bad. This is only the water part of the spit that evaporates. This brass bucket is half full of the rest of the spit. Toxins and filth that don't evaporate. Several years' worth. Distilled and concentrated. until it's the consistency of molasses. People aren't allowed to flick cigarette butts into the spittoon anymore because they bounce out. You're about to put your hand into a bucket of something the color and viscosity of maple syrup, except instead of maple, flavored with the inside of the mouths of people who chew cigars instead of smoking them and have never brushed their teeth. Feels like putting your hand into a bucket of lukewarm tapioca pudding. Except instead of tapioca, it's basically poison. It smells like someone ran over a skunk, waited a week, and then set it on fire. Feels like your hand is dissolving. You found something. You found a tacky, filth-covered porcelain cow figure. A useless, disgusting thing that will make a great heirloom for your children, assuming you're still able to have any, and you hate them. A filthy porcelain cow. Oh yeah. Hold this little porcelain cow upside down because it's filled with tobacco spit and you don't want it to spill out the little hole in the bottom of it. Item goes in your offhand. +3 melee attack damage, +3 spell damage. Hooray! That doesn't look like she's in the mood to talk. Oh. No, let me leave. You have an impressive beard. The old man stares off in the distance, listening to the piano. Talk to him. Doesn't react to it at all. The piano player is not very good at his job. The Dual Saloon. Steph prepares cooking. It's also where he parks his beer. Atop this potbelly stove is a pot full of slop. A pot stove top slop. This lady supposed to wash the dishes. Hey, what are you doing in here? Boys only, bud. Sorry. I was just, looking around. You're the nosy type, eh? Well, I prefer adventuresome. As it happens, there's something you can do for me. Out of saltpeter and sneak some of the pick me up some more saltpeter. That used to make gunpowder and other things. Look, who's the chef here? Me or you? Okay. Where can I find it? Best bet's in the military camp. Used to make gunpowder. Nearest one is Fort Cowardice. They keep it in little green jars. Okay, be right back. They're allowed to drink. Dual Saloon steak. Cowbell. Nice. Oh, the chair has fallen over. I should up my city slicker and a witty trickster. I should up my Deadeye thing. And gumption. Actually up gumption again. Yeah. And here that says see bartender for dark. I did not mean to go back in here. Bobcat, hey Lloyd. Need some darts? And on the dartboard it said to see you for darts. I'm sorry, all the darts got broken months ago. Disappointing. It's that old man by the piano. Oh, that's old Ellsbury. Tragic fella he is. He was a writer and a poet. Came out west to tell his stories, but nobody were buying. Too weird, his stories. Fantastical like. Too bad. Love that stuff. Well, it don't matter much now, anyhow. He had to get normal work to make ends meet. Did passing well as a prospector until one day he lost his mind in a mine. What now? You know what I mean. He saw something. Something that made him stop telling his weird tale. Made him stop talking near completely, come to that. He just stands there by the piano nowadays. Seems to calm him down. As long as he doesn't make any trouble, I don't mind him too much. Feel a little sorry for him, to be honest. See you later, Lloyd. Partner, you found the local watering hole? Yeah, it's decent. Let me know if you find a whiskey in hole, though. Yeah. Guys was falling asleep during a brawl. Amazing. Postcard on the table. A blank postcard. Slit yourself. Call yourself a vulture plucking, goblin loving jerk. Angry. Matter in a hornet. If your anger will get higher than 1, you'll pass out from rage. Insult myself again. Better not insult yourself anymore. Get any angry or you're liable to pass out. My bed. Matter in a hornet. Hey, kid, what's on your mind? If you're looking to find the lay of the land, I guess a railroad crew would it be able to give you a fairly literal interpretation? Makes sense. All right. Crazy-eyed horse. I did choose that one. Comb his mane. It makes a sort of glurk sound. No. Water sports zone. Dirt water mercantile. Hello there, welcome to Dirt Water Mercantile. Modern snake oiler. Soda crackers, tooth powder, Vienna blood sausage. Oh, I forgot to give the locked. Locked. But sure. Man. Okay. I'll sell a silk. And I'll sell some. Whoa. 1,000 meat for a shovel. Okay, well, I'm sure glad I got that when I did. I have 1,000 meat. Huh. Buy a snake oiler book. A modern snake oiler, issue 113. Old back issue of the popular magazine for snake oilers. There's a letter to the editor for a woman in Wyoming who had an amazing idea. What if you shot somebody 3 times instead of just once? Fan hammer, combat silver, 53 range. An article entitled "Debilitating Toxins. Where Are They Now?" Gives bad medicine, combat skill that will reduce the target's moxie. An article with a list of tips and tricks for moving really quickly. Gives quick on the draw, a skill that increases your speed. Fan hammer. Unload round after round into a nearby cactus just to see how it feels. Feels pretty good. Unfortunately, a stray spark from one of your shots sets the magazine on fire and you're unable to prevent it from being destroyed. Okay. Dirt house post. Dirt water post. Hi, I'm Bobcat Wayne. Need mail for me? Nope. Well, I'd like to send a postcard. Alrighty, let's have it. A quick note to Rufus letting know you what you've been up to. It'll be, one of them prepaid ones. I'll be 0 meat then. This newfangled telegraph. Lovely. Little girl is selling flowers. I'll buy some. Thank you, mister. Sweet smelling flowers. Howdy, you're the sheriff for here? No, we don't currently have a sheriff. Could be the sheriff, maybe. You have law enforcement experience? Not really. Been to sheriff school? No. You have an existing relationship with Dirtwater's local government. Are you familiar with all the local ordinances? Do you even live here? No. And what, may I ask, incarnation makes you think you'd be qualified to be the sheriff? You just assumed that you could mosey into town and become sheriff on your first day. If I had 5 meat for every wide-eyed protagonist-looking kid who wanders in here thinking they're the most important tenderfoot to ever strap on iron, I wouldn't need this dead-end clerking job. Okay, like I said, stuff happens all the time. Need any help till you find a new sheriff? Sure, if you're any good with a gun, there's always somebody in need of some justice. Wanted posters are back there. Cells are over yonder. Wanted poster. No. Right. The wasted poster. Close enough. Wasted. Stripy hat gang. Grand theft paint and tasteless hat vandalism. Last seen in the vicinity of Cavern Canyon. 1,000 meat reward. Interesting. Dirty, rotten paint thieves and low down, no fashion sense hat vandals. Despicable. Wanted poster, a wanted poster. Accuracy is important. Wanted. The house in the desert gang. For mortgage non-payment, squatting, and general public nuisance. Also for murdering 2 collection agents. Last seen at the house in the desert. 500 meat reward. Was the house named after them or if it named after the house? In any case, their location is unambiguous. I'll go after him. Got it. So is all ghost. A remarkable number of empty cells. Okay. Lot available. Okay. The wife hasn't left me again. There's nothing past. Not a lot available past this point. Duly noted. Okay. Well, this is the map. For now, at least. Okay. Let's visit the desert house first. Come across the corpse of a cowboy. How do you know it's the corpse of a cowboy? Well, you see by his outfit that he is a cowboy. And you see by his lack of flesh that he is a corpse. Give him a proper burial. Dig grave and put the cowboy's remains in it. Release him. Dismount and approach the house where the bandits are holed up. You hear a voice from inside say, "What was that?" Uh-oh. Looks like you're gonna have to be sneaky if you want to avoid a full-on fracas. Wait, really? Yes. Hey, say so. Oh. Partner. Seems like these guys are prepared for intruders. You have to be extra sneaky if you want to avoid a fight. Alternately, I could just fight them. Oof. Sound of it, you say this doghouse contains an angry dog. This doghouse contains an angry dog. Very funny. I'm not going to be able to get past it without alerting the gang inside. Bring him on! Jump on. 3 AP. Oh, that's lame. Okay, you've got 22 health, you've got 22 health, you've got 8. Coffee House, Art House, and Rufus Rough House. Let's deploy a tactical snake. 3 damage. Shoot him. Okay. Oh, my snake. Oh, my snake. Ouch. Me. That was rude. I'll whip this guy with my snake. He's a snake. Oh, shoot him again. Oh. Hey. I seem to be dead. You lost. Bandits go back into the house after depositing you in a heap next to Gerald. Passed out. Doc Alice must carry you back. Here, after you go. A little sore, but otherwise pretty hungry, though. And sober. That's Mosey. Right? I think let's go through the Dave yard first, actually. Howdy there. I'm Wandering Sally. Howdy, Sally. I'm Bobcat. What's your line? Trading. I wander all around these lands, just like it says on the label, and I buy a little here and sell a little there to make my way. Care to see the wares? Sure thing. Wandering Sally. Ooh, a pickaxe. 1,000 feet. Work boots. Fungicide bomb. Fluffy marigold. Bark. Lock. I have one of those. Carrot. Apple and needle. The only thing you have worthwhile to me is a pickaxe, but I think I can pick up those. Off to the side of the trail, you spot a beer barrel cactus. Not sure why they call them that, since they're shaped like mugs, not barrels. And beer. Nice. Let's see. Let's up the Moxie. Gravedigger left us. Oh boy, free lunch. Vienna blood sausages and a thermos of spiked coffee. Okay, when you work deep underground, it's hard to keep track of whether it's the appropriate time to drink whiskey or the appropriate time to drink coffee. Eventually, you just stop trying. Okay, here lies Dave L. Died of a heart attack, see you in negative 36 years. Here lies Dave J. Here lies Dave C. Here lies Dave B. So, brown boots. Dad was boots on, but not his pants. That tracks. I've got brown boots, +1 max AP. Awesome. And it goes with my offhand. Oh, but my filthy porcelain cow. Fine silver pocket watch. Okay. Fine. The loadout I've got. Put them down for good. Let's. 18 health. Do it. Awesome. 10 XP and skull chips. Alice studies the remains. Down for good. Notice that the Dave is defeated. Got a gold tooth. For a very long time, then in somebody's mouth for a very short time. And now it's in your backpack. Awesome. Who's this? Dave J. These bones are jumping around to beat Dickens. Beat Dickens up. Ooh, I want your hat. Smart looking skeleton. Victory. Pile of bones that isn't moving around for a change. Mostly boring broken bones, but you do find a skull with a weird tag on it. This skull has a little paper tag tied to it, which has intercemetery loan on one side and some notes on the other. Interesting. Dave D. Dave D. Truth was out there. Killed him. Dave G. Murdered by a different feller named Dave G. The Dave Yard Mausoleum. bones. Oh, one of those things they have in mausoleums. You know, one of those big marble things with drawers full of skeletons. Graveyard. Some kind of ritual circle drawn on the ground in red chalk. Mostly burned rags that maybe used to be a person. Ooh, goody. Dig through the rags and find a few things that look like they're worth keeping. Got gore-splattered scroll, human ashes, and a robe receipt. Okay. Scroll's almost too covered in blood and viscera to read. Lucky for you that you've gotten all that practice reading inside of a doll. Lucky for you that you've gotten all that practice reading inside of a doll. Human ashes. Human in the final stages of that whole ashes thing. Well, part of one at least. And a robe receipt. Receipt for the delivery of 150 black silk robes. That's pretty ominous. Big stone sarcophagus. Interesting. Something moving. No, that's in the shadows. Okay, I'm gonna do the front crawl through the dirt and talk to Sally. Like this. Don't like one bit of this. Now that romances look like a good place to start. After those piles of bones, I can tell just looking at them. Okay, Saltpeter from Fort Cowardice, Stripey Hat Gang in Cavern Canyon, House in the Desert Bandits. See if anybody in Dirtwater. Much obliged. Let's go, Gerald. Oh, Fort Cowardice. You notice trails of burnt vegetation. You want to tell what happens. Fight it. Jump on them. Bang, bang, bang. Roasted cow tongue. Some people don't like the idea of eating something that can taste you back, and believe me, nothing about this particular cow tongue is going to change their mind. Extra thick leather. Leather taken by force from one of the lessers of the Moo. Moo. Oh, hey, a beer. Like the old saying goes, life gives you cannons, make it cannonade. Definitely abandoned. Okay. Admin. Good slab. Bless this mess. Got military grade whiskey. Special kind of government whiskey designed for soldiers in the field. It's fortified with all sorts of vitamins and things and can be used in a pinch to sterilize, at least make the victim feel better about a battle. And hardtack. This cracker is definitely optimized for shelf life instead of taste. That is true. Hardtack doesn't go bad. It is a well-documented fact. Cabinet is mostly empty. What's in it? What are we born? I want detail. Carl Stern, clerk, A grade, T4, birth, 12/9/37. Act, missed days 8, act cured 6 days. Another. Another. Blood type B. Killed in act. Another. Wounded in act. Another. Just looking at the same ones we read before. This one. Can't get enough. Wounded in act. Okay, we're done. I'm bored. Was once a reception desk, but now the most appropriate thing for it to receive would be a free trip to the dump. Spice rack. Take your salt. Blech. Okay. General, this is a door. More specifically, it's the door to the general's office. And more specifically, it's the locked door to the general's office. Well, I need lockpicking. Kind of several goblins snoring inside this math tent. Fort Cowardice. So blood, awesome. Based on the papers and anatomical diagrams. There's the papers. Papers are mostly just boring medical records, dental daguerreotypes, lamentations that antibiotics haven't been discovered yet, that kind of thing. Hey, wait, what's this? Like, important marching orders. Before all the armor's marching orders were march back east just as fast as you lily-livered little yellow-bellied feet can go. Yeah. There's a bunch of disgusting drawings of sliced open bodies. I have a fun fact. I was gifted as a youngin' a pop-up book of anatomical diagrams. Love that book. I wish I knew where it was. This shelf still has some unlooted medical supplies. Render them looted. Army field trauma kit. Here's for physical trauma for the mental kind. You're better off sticking to whiskey. And whiskey. Okay. Controlled substances. Require safe practice. Sign says toilet and goblin, which makes it seem pretty likely that goblins use this tent as a toilet. So where are you going to go? An unusually sized cannon. Whoa, heavy. Demi-culverin cannonball. 4 diameter of 10 centimeters. That makes sense. No demi less, no demi more. Okay. Only if we go. Nice view. Okay. And back down to Dirtwater we go. Stearns Ranch, actually, detoured. Needle and Hazel. An old mission not far from here. Might let you check out the catacombs you guys. Nice. Needle. I need safe Kraken. Again, blood sauce is an instant rinse. You got enough grit, you don't even need to add water. Weird cow-shaped stain on the wall. Alright. Some beans in this pot. Blackened beans. The beans that got left in fire for weeks. They're still edible, but you could also probably use them as stove fuel in a pinch. What I like to see. I need to learn the lockpicking skill. The books on the shelf are burned, but you notice something strange in the back. Mary Stern's diary. I can't read. A moxie. The neighbors must have happened. I am buried the bodies. Thank goodness for that. I'd have thought you'd be inured to that sort of thing. More than your average Jane, I guess, but I'm not a mortician. Mostly, I deal in keeping folks alive. True. Great. Ranch punch. The slang name for the combination of milk and whiskey ranchers used to drink. Its actual name is undrinkable garbage. And a lasso. Okay. It has already been tied into a lasso for your convenience. It's lucky because you have no idea how to tie a lasso. Between the smoke and the noise, you're guessing that the contents of this outhouse are more dangerous than your average outhouse content. Quite. I'm gonna shoot him, bang, bang. Alright. Toilet pistol! Aw, yeah. Deals stench damage instead of physical. Has 5 poison. Hooray! I wasn't even going for that. The button cactus. Yep, soft cactus bits. Let me. Let me equip my toilet pistol. Yeah, 3 to 4 damage. Okay, so it does less damage, but it applies 5 poison. Okay. I don't have pants. Pantsless. Let's read. Oh, first page says in little girl's handwriting, "This Mary Stern. The AI and dairy are crossed out and IA written above. Diary starts out as typical kid stuff. You flip ahead until you notice the writing getting shaky. Found a dolly under a cactus out back, and she told me her name was Grace. Mama and Papa don't believe me that she talks. They say I got a big imagination. Grace says cows are gonna get us, but Papa says we'll be okay because this weren't never a cow ring. Grace says he's wrong, but Papa won't believe me. Grace says she can keep the cows away, but I have to play tea party. I don't like this kind of tea party, but Grace says it's important to keep the cows away. Mama was sad they couldn't find Effie. Papa says she's been gone so long and they should put a cross up, but Mama won't let it because she thinks she'll come back. Papa says she's only 11. How far could she have gone? Mama started crying again. I don't want to play tea party anymore, but Grace says I has to. Papa was out 2 days looking for Joey, but of course he didn't find him. Mama cries so much. I tried to tell her him and Effie are helping keep the cows away, but she don't understand. I told Grace I'm not playing tea party again, but she says I gotta. If I don't, cows will eat all 3 of us. She says either I get Mama or Papa to play, or else I gotta play by myself. Yee. Mary Stearns. Gwendolyn Stearns. And Jethro Stearns. Oh, smoking chrysanthemum. Looks like Jethro's bones were dug up by some farmer or another. Charred. I should have looked at that. Call it a locket. The lock on this locker reminds you why they call it a locker. Mary Stern. Faded daguerreotype of a little girl named Mary is with him. Okay. Photograph of a serious looking little girl. The back is written Mary Stearns, Thanksgiving 1890. Okay, what else is there? The Demi-Culverin Cannonball, marching orders. Oh. This is a set of marching orders directing a rifle division to Fort Aldet, far to the north of Dirtwater. Treacherous territory up there. A fella ought to be careful. Will do. Gore-splattered scroll. Just rip the largest of the giblets off the scroll and read it. It says, take a pile of human ashes, spread them out in the shape of a person, set a red chalk ritual circle, then sprinkle them with stardust and place a mostly perfect, or better, glass sphere where the heart would be. Anyway, that's the gist of it. The actual text is a lot more these and thous and such like that. Plus, there's a bunch of weird gibberish you're supposed to say out loud while you're doing it. Okay, we'll proceed. Time you started gathering clues about the whole perambulating dead situation that's going on around these parts. Grab a notebook and paperclip. First seat for the first. Here. The tag on this skull has a serial number, and it says it was borrowed from the submission catacombs on February 19th, 1886. Jesus, this thing is really late. Skulls, check them out. Notebooks, miscellany. Examine them. Someday they'll refer to these as remains, but you will not prove. I will not. Let's meander back the rest of the way. Off to one side of the trail, you see a covered wagon and a small family of settlers who look upset. Folks okay? We're on our way to Dirtwater, but our wagon went and broke down on us. Rough, liable to get attacked by bandits out here, or snakes, or coyotes, or ghosts, or other things that basically live exclusively on standard travelers. I'll give you a ride. I've got 2 horses hitched this way. Why don't you just ride the horses? What? You know how to ride a horse, don't you? Just ride Dirtwater. These are cart horses. You help the confused settlers figure out how to sit on the back of a cart horse and lead them to Dirtwater on a rope. Some people. Okay, buddy. My leg is broken, so no. Traffic accident? No, it just sort of broke all of a sudden. Guess I don't get enough vitamins or whatever. Good nutrition can be difficult in this day and age. You need some medicine for this. Can you help me? Sure. Thanks. Mission up north, the nuns there run a little hospital and sell medical supplies. Can you get me some broken leg pills? Broken leg pills? That's a thing? Yeah, that's a thing. I don't have any with me, sorry. Okay. That's too small, but at least it ain't heavy. Alright, let's give the desert house another go. Modern Snake Oiler, issue 126. Let's read it. Okay. Quick draw. Expert Poisoner. Passive skill that multiplies the amount of poison. And Shoot Nanny. Skill that will let you fire a whole bunch of bullets at random targets. Let's learn the combination. Technique. Okay. Then you notice that you also can't see the magazine. You must have dropped it somewhere while you were moving so fast. Whoops. Okay. Bring him on. Gotta jump on him. 18, 23, 20. Let's deal with this guy first. And you can blast. Never take us alive, and we'll also never pay for this house. Ooh, stop them. Okay. Let's stink them. And heal me. Ouch. Whack. Hey. Alright, let's stink him. Whack. Heal me. Whack. Ouch. Alright, shoot him. Bag of ears and such. Didn't feel like carrying the entire House of Desert Gang back to town. Fair enough. Desert Gang, 6-gun. Fancy 6-gun. I can go so far as to rate it as 7-gun. Hooray. Dog has wandered off in search of some better masters. Good. Better than probably had any right to. Just don't be the smartest fellas you'll ever meet. Howdy there, Gerald. Let's go up Cavern Canyon. Danger spiders. It's a coffee cactus. Hot coffee. Green thumb. You're no greenhorn when it comes to foraging. Gain XP from foraging. Alright. Sneaking. Okay, you are really pushing your luck. If you get any closer, they're definitely going to attack. Okay, then. Fight, fight, fight. Wham bam. Thank you, ma'am, this fella. Oh. These hats look great. They are pretty snazzy. Okay. Shoot him. And then heal me. Alright. And let's shoot him. Heal me. Ah, you did die from poison. Okay. We'll shoot this guy. And then we'll shoot this guy. And we win. Okay. Got a tattooed tooth. Teeth that until recently was in the mouth of the leader of the Stripy Hat Gang. A stripy hat, which is terrible, and everyone will hate you if you wear -3 Moxie. That is worse than useless. Danger Kitchen. Poor chef is chained to the wall. Hey, you're not one of them. You here to rescue me? Sure. Thank goodness. I'm Doug. Bobcat. How'd you do, Doug? Well, I've been chained up in this dank cave for weeks looking for those stripy hat idiots. Awful. And what's the worst part? Perfectly good oven, 8 feet to my right. And shelf of perfectly good ingredients, 8 feet to my left. How's that the worst part? This chain is only 4 feet long. Oh, that's rough. No, right? There I was, fresh out of culinary school with a million meat idea in my head, and now here I am, 4 feet shy of my dream, cooking the same pot of soup over and over again. You promise not to steal my idea, right? Yeah, I promise. Okay, new kind of sandwich, or maybe a taco. So revolutionary that I'm not quite sure where it fits on the whole hand food taxonomy, to be honest. Anyway, in the middle of it, there's a sausage. There's sausage made from the cheapest parts of the pig, ground up so finely that you can't identify them anymore. Okay? And it's served in a long split roll, which soaks up the grease so you can't tell how fatty the sausage is. Best part? Ready to hear the name? Sure. Call it a hot dog. What do you think? Sounds... How about the hot bobcat instead? Don't be ridiculous. Hot bobcat? What does that even mean? Ridiculous. Hey, there's no need to be mean about it. Not that it matters. Even if I did get off this chain, there's no point in hanging around in this cave making hot dogs just for myself. I don't even like the taste of them. Or water. Brilliant. You're a genius, Bobcat. Hot dogs for sale all day, every day. I'll make a mint. Hey, there's an idea. If I added mint to the sausage mixture. Leaves the cave all in the oven and a shelf full of ingredients, buttering to himself about new sausage recipes. That's that then. Good. Danger bar. Skeleton. Jaw heart. Little twanger. Go pluck it if you like. Beautiful bottle left. Cheap whiskey. Cheap tequila. There are a lot of fine tequilas in the West, and this is not one of them. And cheap wine. The label says it's from Italy, so it can't be that bad, can it? Oh wait. It says it's from Buford. Which I must assume means it's the worst swill you've ever had the misfortune of repping. Can I walk through the fire? No. Bummer. Can't get past this pile of junk without hurting yourself. It's not worth hurting yourself over. Have it. Weapons. Got a fancy knife. Some chittering coming from that big hole. Medicine. Leave right now before that spider eats you. Definitely. I want to fight it. So where are you going back there? Coward. Danger spider. You know what? I'll stay out here with the horse. Okay. Howdy there, Gerald. Let's hurry on back to Dirtwater. Trail, you see a small hell cow, a hell calf, really. It snorts brush, lighting it on fire, then starts grazing. Fight. Got the jump on him. Van hammer. Wind. Cow's blood. Blood from a demon cow. Pulses and scintillates and bubbles as if it's still alive. So I guess the bubbling would be kind of a problem. Muscle by 11 and maximum HP by 25 for the rest of the day, but you shouldn't Oh, I forgot. Use medicine. That's the post office. There we go. Howdy, what do you need? Desert. Well, this bag of severed ears and teeth and such. Which gang was this? House in the desert. Take your word for it. Good job. Thanks a bundle. Tattooed tooth. Yep, that's the tattooed tooth of the leader of the Stripy Hat Gang. All right, recognize it anyway. It's a bundle. They're wanted. The Potemkin Gang for unlicensed civil engineering and flaunting of construction regulations. Last seen in an unregistered settlement north of Dirtwater. I'll go take a look. Okay, note the location. Potemkin's Gang. Wanted the Black Hat Bandits for horse theft and selling of counterfeit glue. Last seen headed north toward the old millinery. No good to come criminals with access to hat making machinery. Absolutely. Mark the location of the millinery in your hat and spend some time saying millinery over and over again. Discovered the new map location. The old millinery. Millinery. Good word. Solid. Mind you, don't step on the horse. I can't get this food again. That's just okay, let's take a look at the old mission first. See a streak of fire blast across the sky and land just over the horizon. Right sight being impacted by a meteor. A meteor. 633 meters. Okay. Lunicons. I need forage and pointy, pepper, mostly stabbed. Poked by so many cactuses that your body is built up an extra set of skin capillaries to deal with the constant tiny puncture wound. Sweet. Get poked more. Goodness, oh my goodness, wrong. Came back and took him. Stop. Okay, slow down. Holy relic. The saints just stormed up out of the catacombs and took them back. Wow. I didn't know what to do. Thought maybe they'd fire me if I tried to stop them. Cardinal will be here any minute. What am I going to do? Deep breath. Sister Mary. Name's Bobcat. What's this about? Saints. Mission is to protect three sacred relics. I'm the relic keeper. It's a specific job to look after them. They call you Memento Mori. No, they do not. Okay, sorry. What happened? Oh, it's horrible. It just came to life somehow. It came up out of the catacombs, all skeletal and ghastly looking. I mean, it's probably blasphemy to say that, but I nearly fainted. Nearly 10. Took back their relics? Yes. If they aren't covered before the cardinal gets here, I'll be in so much trouble. Uh-oh. It's months overdue. Probably not all that urgent. Still, right, I'll get them back. Thank you so much. Are you going to have to fight them to get the relics back? Probably blasphemous too. I mean, probably. Black magic brought them back to life. That's super blasphemous, right? If it evens out. The cardinal's going to want a very long talk. Go ahead and do what you must, I suppose. Okay. I am done. I'm gonna head out. I didn't see anybody chatting in the chat, so I'm gonna go out on a limb here and assume that nobody was chatting in the chat, which is if anybody did happen to tune in and was just lurking, thanks so much for that. I'm going to continue playing West of Loathing. I like this game. It's funny. Uh, so yeah, I will not be streaming this weekend because I am busy. But other than that, see you next time.